Right, boys, this is a late little trade recap. However, little YouTube breakdown on this trade that we took. First hybrid trade in about 2 weeks, maybe. Been waiting because the buyer's been misaligned, high time frame conditions not being there. Perfectly fine waiting for a trade. However, this was only like a 0.3R win. It's a fucking win, we'll take it. But I'm going to break down bias, everything why I took out early, all the confluences that were met in order for me to take this trade. So maybe you can learn something from it. So this was for the hybrid bias. So I'm looking at the daily 4 hour and 1 hour. And as you can see, boys, you're now joining me from a different spot. We are in fucking Bali. Got young Harv there as well, mate. But I'm going to break down this trade for you right now. So coming into the day, we're looking at the daily time frame first. So we're looking at the overall volume and direction. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open here, close here, clearly bullish, mate. So now we can come into the 4 hour. And on the 4 hour, we're looking at the significant highs and lows. And that is of the fractals. So we need to have the fractal and the line chart matched up. And in order for me to be bullish, we need 3 higher highs, 3 higher lows. So if we look at this fractal right here, or this low right here, we can see if it's significant by matching it up with the line chart. Now this needs to have a clear V shape. This did. So did this. And so did this. So we got 1, 2, 3 lows getting raised. And then we had 1, 2, 3 highs getting raised. Easy as that. And it was the same on the 1 hour. The 1 hour had been bullish a lot prior. However, it did also go bullish in this leg, and you could have had it bullish in this leg. It never went bearish. So I was waiting pretty much for the 4 hour to create this higher low right here that you can see, this last higher low. And that is why I hadn't been aligned for a while. We changed bearish in this leg right here, and we didn't change bullish until this right here. So that's what I was waiting for. Okay, boom. Now we've got our bias and everything sorted out, and we know that we're bullish. We know that we're aligned. Okay, so I can mark out Asian lows. So obviously, starting in London session, we're going to be marking out previous session lows, which would have been Asian lows. And I'm just going to use the little replay tool here to the point where we swept. But what I need to do first is go on Forex Factory. Now, Forex Factory is key because you need to know when there's high impact news events that have the potential of slipping you. Now, your banned news list is going to be different for the way that you trade. However, for the TMB model, Fed Chair Powell is very much banned. Even though this is an orange folder news event, he can still slip the fuck out of you. And this was at 1:30, as you can see here. So, even though this government shut down, I'm just approaching it in the fact, Jew boy in the back, I'm just approaching it in the fact that this news is going to be released at that time. I have no way of knowing whether it will or it won't. Maybe it'll play out my favorite, maybe it won't. However, I'm just going to keep everything the exact same. So, 1:30. If I'm in a trade, I know that I need to be pulling that out at 1:15. So I'm going to mark that out right here. What I normally do is I'll just put a red line on my chart just so I know when I need to be taken out, because life gets fucking busy, mate. Maybe I'm doing something, maybe I forget. You can also just set an alarm on your phone. That's going to help you out a lot. So obviously, first criteria we need is previous session low sweep. As you can see right here, we swept the lows. So after that, we need the fake out confluence. We need a bullish candle. No. What food you got there, Harv? Egg on toast. He's finding himself, boys. With a bit of avo. Okay, so we got the first bullish candle. So we're going to mark out from the previous session high to the current low. Now we would have to have drawn a manual fake out zone. That's a niche rule, and we did get the fake out, so don't worry about it, mate. But after that point, all we need is a break of structure in line with bias. So that's obviously going to be a break to the upside, and that's only going to be over a fractal. Boom. We get the break right here. So from that point, all I need to do bracket the move with the fib. The low to the highest point after the break and wait for that retrace. See, we got tapped in right there. Cool. Okay, stops on the 1.025 and then obviously targeting normal fixed 1 to 3R. Now this initial move up actually passed me some top steps, so, or maybe one top step. So yeah, brilliant. Even though it was only a 0.3R win, did pass me a top step on that. That's all I needed. So yeah, we got tapped in here. And then we know that we need to be taking out at 1:15. So we're going to be waiting until then. Obviously, if it hits TP or SL, we don't need to worry about that. But as you can see right here, we would have taken out, I think it was like a 0.3R win. Win's a win, and we'll take that, boys. But that is the full trade breakdown. Obviously, we had Powell speaking at 1:30. This didn't end up being that high impact, but if we had held, New York Open would have bummed us and would have taken us out right there. So, I mean, blessing in disguise. We'll take that minor win. So I'll catch you in the next one, boys.